Hey everybody, how's it going? So, we normally do shooting on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and we did do some stuff on the bus yesterday, but it was more cleanup than anything else. Our buddy's trailer, which is right out there, I don't know if you saw in other past videos and stuff like that, that his trailer was jam-packed full of garbage, and we just did a dump run yesterday. And then what we did though was some of our garbage that we had in the bus we took out. So we had all the brown seat portions, that's what the kids sit on, that's what their butts go on to anyway, so on and so forth. Anyway, we got rid of those. We had a bunch of garbage, stuff like that. All the wood floor is out. Just like in the last video, we got all that out. There's one section of wood that we got back there that's still connected to the floor. That one's, they caulked it, and looks like they caulked it, screwed it, and nailed it. So we're having a heck of a time trying to get it out. It'll come out though. But anyway, yeah. So that's what we've done. We just did a dump run yesterday, which there's nothing exciting about that. But today, Marie and I are going to work on the walls of the bus. So what we're going to do is, she's going to use my impact drill, and I'm going to use my drill. I got two different drills. Excuse me. And we've got to drill out the center of every single one of these rivets all the way down on both sides of the bus. And so that's the plan for today. So me and Marie went ahead, here I'm sticking you to the, on the magnet clip. So Marie and I are getting sick and tired of ruining our clothes. So we bought coveralls. I got gray. Unfortunately, all they had was the navy blue. So the first thing we got to do is get our coveralls on. Hey, look at that. They went on perfectly fine. There we go.
Cool.
Now it's time to get to work. So, since all of the chairs, the scrap metal, are on that side, we're going to start on this side of the bus since there isn't anything over. Hopefully we can get all these panels off today, and then what we'll do is we will move the chairs over to the other side and get them out of the way, so then that way we can do that wall. I'm hoping this is going to go by pretty quick, because it's not that much to do. We're just sitting there drilling out each individual one, so hopefully we can get through it without breaking a bunch of drill bits. I bought extra drill bits just in case. We bought, sorry, I keep looking down to talk, but that's helping me think. We bought, the drill bits that we bought are all titanium drill bits, so As long as we're not wrenching on them too much and stuff like that, we shouldn't break any of them. Well, they're supposed to be titanium. I think we all know they're not titanium drill bits, so. Anyway. Off to work we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to work we go. So, we're not sponsored by either of these companies. Whoops. So, I got two different types of drill bits. Well, this one doesn't say titanium on it, but it's by DeWalt. I got these ones for my actual drill. And they're 3/16 because these pop rivets, all these rivets are called pop rivets. All the pop rivets, the hole that they go into is 3/16. So that's why we got 3/16. And then I bought the Milwaukee ones that clip into the impact driver. Because it that's the way it latches in there. Duh, obviously. Anyway, they're 3/16 also, but they claim right there that it says titanium impact drill bit. So maybe this section down here is titanium, but I doubt the drill bit is. But yeah, that's what we're using. I'll let her use the impact because it's a lot easier to change out bits if they're broken and stuff like that. And then me being the man, I'll just deal with the drill. So, this one here. Now I'll talk since she's done. I just drilled this one out right here, and as you can see, that bit is the perfect size for that hole. The unfortunate thing I didn't know is that these gosh darn things are steel, which means we're going to chew up through a lot of bits. Because that one bit, the very first bit that I started with, we used it to kind of drill out some screws and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. And that's already dull. And we only used it on like 4 or 5 screws. So now... like I sat there and said, we got all these. And that took me a while to get through it. So, I'll try to set you guys up here. Hopefully this doesn't look like you're upside down. Now it's going to flip upside down. I'll get Miss Marie to film me for a little bit. So, let's see how long it's going to take me to drill through the second one. Oops.
Stopped at 38, or that's where from 9 seconds up to 38 seconds, and about a minute, because this was 2:03 and now it's 2:04, so it took you about a minute ish. But from 9 seconds to 38 seconds, I don't know how long that one is. Probably about a few seconds maybe, but it was about a minute.
Yeehaw! So camera got too hot and shut off. So here we are. I'm gonna turn it back on. I'm gonna scoot you over though so you can see us working down the edge there. So as it turned out, we had discovered that there's a drill and an impact. As you can tell, the heads right here are different. This is the right tool for the job. This is the wrong tool for the job. This was taking forever because it doesn't have the power of this. So we both can drill at the same time. I had to leave and run over to Lowe's because it's the closest one, and I got Marie her own drill, 20 volt DeWalt. It's exactly like mine. The only difference is the grip portions right here are different, and this is different. But I think mine is commercial. This one is commercial slash non-commercial use. But yep, Marie's got her own drill, and now we're knocking them out pretty quickly. So
Not exactly, because they're hard.
well, Marie needs a little bit more muscles. It's a little hard for her to do it. But the more muscles she gets, the easier it'll be. She'll get plenty of muscles doing this. She's getting a little irritated too, because it's, for me, I'm popping through them like crazy, and she has to work at it. But just fine, it's not a big deal. As long as we get them done. So, here's all the electrical lines right here. This is the side that they hide on. It's always the driver's side. And these are what controls the, hold on. Sorry. I want to make sure I'm in frame, so I'm trying to turn the camera on. There we go. Sorry about that. So, this is what controls, like this is the alarm for the door. If you unplug that or cut it for this emergency exit here, it will not work anymore. As a matter of fact, you can't even start the bus. Anytime, anywhere there's red, that means that there's an emergency exit. And if it's open, then the alarm will sound. Like this one here has red. Every single roof hatch That little red button up there. Anywhere there's a red mark or a red bar, that means it's emergency exit, and if that thing is not connected to the whole circuit system, your bus will not start at all whatsoever. The alarm will sound and it won't shut off, and yeah, you have to get into the electrical system and bypass it, and I don't know exactly how to do that. I think I can contact Bluebird, and they can tell me which fuse to pull and which wires. Sorry, Marie decided she wanted to pull out some more nails. They should be able to tell me which fuse to pull and which wires to pull out, or which mechanism to pull out that will stop the cutoff switch, because there's a cutoff switch somewhere, and I'm pretty sure it's in the electrical panel. Once I disconnect that, then I think I have to disconnect it and then reconnect the lines, hard line, tie the wires together and hook them together. And then it doesn't matter. Then we can cut most of these wires out. Most of these wires are going to go away anyway, because some of them have to stay and some of them can go. And today I've got the emergency exit hatch open. So there's normally a window there, but it flips open really high, and there's a red handle on that too. And matter of fact, that little button right there sticking out of that black thing, or out of that black thing, that's the alarm system there for the back door. So yeah, anybody who's building a schoolie and doesn't know anything about, if you are trying to start your bus and it won't start and you hear this loud annoying alarm, it's because you got an emergency exit hatch open. Or hatch, or, well, technically they're all emergency hatches. And as it goes for the roof hatches, this whole mechanism right here, this is what tells the alarm. You gotta push down. Usually what I do is put my hand like this and squeeze until you hear it click, like that. And as soon as it clicks, then that means that the circuit's closed, and it'll work at that point in time. And then, of course, this is to lock it open so it doesn't, or lock it closed. And then to open it, you turn it, hit the red button, and then it unlatches, and then you open it up. So, but yeah. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. Ugh, I gotta switch arms. So, yeah, so emergency exit. If you want to move your bus and you got emergency exit hatches open, doors, roof hatches, rear windows, anything, you cannot start the bus until you close those hatches and those doors. So yeah, that's the gist on that. So, and there's a way to bypass it. I don't know how, but I'll have to call Bluebird, tell them that I bought one of their older I'll give them the VIN number, and because they should have everything on file somewhere still, because it's 2001. I think they hold on to stuff for 12 or 13 years, stuff like that. But they should be able to send me a wire schematic or something that shows me how to disconnect and bypass all this stuff. Otherwise, I'm going to have to try to talk to an electrician, and he's going to have to come out and troubleshoot everything, which is like $500 an hour, so I'm not looking forward to that. So, but that is how it was hooked on, and it busted off because it was connected to that patch hole right there. And they had that set up so they could open that to get at that piece. So hopefully I just didn't mess that alarm up. Hopefully it'll still work and I can start the bus if I need to. Because right now I'm not playing with electrical until we get the bus gutted. And then when we do the roof raise, I'll have to take the electrical down. I'm just going to leave it laying on the floor. So hopefully someone doesn't trip on it or cut it or think it's unnecessary or anything like that and try to help me out, and when in fact it's going to hurt me worse. because these are all these electrical lines, the fuse panels up front. Matter of fact, that driver's seat that Marie's leaning up against, that whole white thing right next to it, the whole fuse panel's on the inside of that. And there's an access door on the outside of the bus to get at the fuse panel. So I got to play around and try to figure out, or well, not play around. I got to make sure that I'm disconnecting the things I need to. And then these lines also go back and they control the brake lights. They control when the engine starts, when it doesn't start. All the idiot lights for warning lights and stuff like that that go up to the dashboard when there's a problem with the motor. That's all that electrical wiring right there. I guarantee you there ain't nothing over here on this side of the bus, on the passenger side. And if there is, they might run, it might just be like speaker wire for the speakers or the lights. Something like that, but yeah. Yeah, we're gonna leave this until next Wednesday when we come in to do these. To do the rivets on the roof. But for right now, these white panels have got to come down, so that's what I'm doing. So I'll stick you back up here behind Marie's head. And we'll go back to montage. I'll twist you up a little bit. If I can, there we go. Whoops, don't. Alright, y'all, we're going to call it early today. Some of these rivets, the drill takes no time at all to get through, and other ones is taking forever. So either we need to sharpen the drill bits every 5 or 10 screws, or come up with something better. And since the rivets in the wall are the same rivets as these and ceiling, and we're going to use a punch air gun to punch out the center, because if you notice, the center's got this little thing in it. Once you punch out that center, then all there is just like a mushroom looking thing with a hole in the center of it. Sorry, I don't mean to pick my nose in front of y'all. And then we should be able to get a piece of metal in between there and pull down, and every single one of them should just pop right out. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to just pop all those, pop the centers out and all those, and then just use the metal tool to pull down and pop them. And so that way we'll be good. So, and actually they did run some wire on the passenger side. So I guarantee you that's for the lights, the lights here and the speakers, which doesn't make any sense because everything's on that side, on the driver's side anyway, so they can just run it right over. So I don't know why they didn't do that. But so this one's going to be a short one today. Not much Sorry about that, battery died. So anyway, like I said, short video, not much progress today. But next week we should get a lot of progress done. I got all the white panels down except for this one here, and that's only because there's one thing right behind there, and I gotta take this down, which this whole thing is connected to the seat belt. So yeah, that's it. I wish it could be more. I wish we could have got a lot farther, but between me being hospitalized and some other stuff that's happening in our lives right now that I'm not allowed to talk about because somebody doesn't want me to talk about it, and she's not in here right now. We're being snippy at each other, so she's getting away from me. So which is fine. I get in a groove and I get in a mood, and sometimes I'm a little sometimes I'm a little rude. I don't mean to be rude, but it's just, I just am. I'm not trying to be, but I just am. I'll apologize and make it up to her later. Just hopefully she'll listen to me. Anyway, we're gonna go. See you guys later.